Welcome to our podcast. Today's episode is going to be all about cats. To talk about cats, we realized we needed to bring on an expert. So we reached out to the craziest cat lady we know, Crazy Kitty Kyra. She's going to be the perfect guest to talk and to Kit Kat with. This is going to be a meowy cat-tastic interview.
So without further ado, we want to welcome on
Crazy Kitty Kyra! So welcome Kyra to our show. Kyra has done a lot of awesome work for animals, specifically with cats. So that's why we figured she'd be the perfect person to have on the show today. And Kylie, why don't you take over and you can ask her first question.
I have a riddle for you. So, when is it bad luck to see a black cat?
Never.
When you're a mouse.
So Kyra, when did you first realize that you loved cats?
I have always loved cats. Honestly, I don't even remember when I did not like cats. So pretty much my whole life.
Okay. And what's a common misconception or something you wish people understood about cats?
Cats are very misunderstood. They are my favorite animal, and there are a lot of things that people can learn about cats if they just have some patience. I think that people also don't understand how much like humans cats are, and cats really can give you a lot of love and unconditional love if you know how to treat them with respect and treat them how you would any other person or living being.
Yeah, I totally agree. I feel like people love dogs because dogs will just give you love no matter what. But cats, you kind of have to earn it, and a lot of people don't understand that.
Mm-hmm. Right. Yeah, it's something that I've realized a lot throughout my journey with animal activism and veganism is consent is very important, and people don't realize that cats very much value consent.
Indeed.
Yeah, so I know you've done a lot of work with volunteering as well. What inspired you to first start volunteering with cats?
Actually, what inspired me to officially volunteer with cats was my experience with cats on the streets. So growing up, there were a bunch of stray cats in my neighborhood. My family and I would walk to the grocery store and see stray cats, and we always wanted to take care of them. We'd leave them food, and that really inspired me to not only help them but other cats. And so when I had the opportunity to officially volunteer at an animal rescue, my mom and my sister came along, and we decided that we wanted to do more than just help the animals in our neighborhood.
That is so awesome. I love that. And what does a typical day volunteering look like when you're at the rescue?
Because you still volunteer, right?
Yes.
And you've been volunteering ever since?
Yeah.
That's awesome.
I officially started volunteering with cats in middle school. So every Thursday after school, my mom would take us and we would go to Best Friends. At the time, it was called No More Homeless Pets. And it was this cute little house. We would basically play with the cats for an hour or two. My mom would help clean up. And as we got older, we started to take on more responsibilities. Yeah, so volunteering can look like anything from cleaning, feeding the cats, socializing. As I got older, I did a lot more of the responsibilities of cleaning. But really most of what volunteering with cats specifically looks like is socializing, because cats don't always get that when they're in a rescue or a shelter situation. And so it can be really rewarding to just spend time with the cats. Some people come in when they're working from remote, and they'll bring their laptops and hang out with the cats. You can play with them. So really volunteering can look like anything you want it to be. You don't even have to be with the animals. You can do remote work. The rescues need a lot of different types of work, from graphic design, social media marketing, even helping people adopt animals out.
I think that's important because some people are allergic to cats too, and maybe they want to help with cats, but they can't go and be in person. So that's awesome.
Yeah.
And then, do you have any favorite memories or moments that stick out to you from volunteering that you want to share?
I don't have any specific memories. I do really love all of my volunteer experiences. I volunteered at different types of rescues, small rescues, large rescues, the city animal shelter. So I've kind of dabbled in a little bit of everything. And the thing that comes to mind that I love the most about volunteering with cats is just getting to know each cat. And when that one cat who might be shy or has been a little stressed out at the rescue comes to me and chooses me out of everyone else, it makes me feel really special. So that's probably my favorite part, is helping the cats get out of their shell.
Yeah, cats do make you feel really special, like when they choose to give their attention to you, because they don't just give it to everyone, or they don't just trust everybody right away. What do you love the most about spending time with cats? If you had to pick.
I love everything about cats. Spending time with cats, I love to cuddle with them, play with them, really just let their personalities shine. I have 2 cats and they are opposite personalities. My one cat loves to play. She loves to go outside and be social, and she really helps me find that part in myself. My other cat, Ellie, is a little bit more like my true self. We spend a lot of time cuddling in bed, watching shows, and just kind of being still.
Sometimes having fun at night.
Yeah.
She comes out at night.
Oh, it's a good reminder. Every cat is so individual. Like, Kylie, you have a cat as well, right? Do you want to talk about your cat a little bit?
Yeah, he's really similar to your cat that's very outgoing and has a big personality, and it's been funny seeing him around other cats because now he's just a grumpy old man, but he's super sweet with me and super cuddly. And then his sister, who passed away last year, was more like your cat Ellie, that's hiding and just wanted to be with me and cuddle and be brushed all day if I would. And
And what do you feel like having Bree and Brandon in your life has done for you? I don't know if we mentioned your cat's name is Brandon, but her cat's name is Brandon, so
his name is Brandon. Yeah, I feel like it's really nice to have the companionship, and like you were saying about consent, learning about boundaries with other beings and other people. Like, just because someone can seem standoffish or like they don't want you around at first doesn't mean that they're not friendly. And I think it's been really nice to learn that, because I grew up with a dog when I was younger, and then we had a cat, but like I didn't really connect with the cat, and I didn't not like the cat. I was just like, okay, like my sister's cat, the cat likes her, like whatever. And then we got my cats when I was a teenager, and they just like became like me, and I would go like lay with them, and they, you know, Brandon would lay on my face and Bree would lay on my chest. And they were these little tiny kittens, and it was just really cool to like see them grow up, see their personalities. Even though they were both from the same litter, they had like totally opposite personalities, and I think it taught me a lot about how different we all are and how like beautiful your connections can be with someone regardless of what they look like and what they feel like. And
I think it's a good point to bring up about the dogs, because I think that's a big problem, is a lot of people have more experience with dogs and they expect cats to act the same way. And we just need to realize that they're different. They are a lot more like us. They're a lot more like people, that they have their boundaries and their reservations, and you just have to build their trust over time. What's a common misconception about shelter cats?
I think a lot of people assume that shelter cats are a lot like shelter dogs. That same misconception that any animal that's in the shelter is traumatized and will act accordingly, that the animal will be stressed out and too much to handle. However, I think the shelter environment can be stressful for animals, dogs and cats. And so the cats do not have the same personalities maybe as if they were in a home where they feel more safe. And so cats in shelters can be stressed out. They don't know really what's going to happen to them. If I were in that situation, I probably would not be myself either. So when somebody's looking to adopt a shelter cat, I think they really need to keep that in mind, that the cats can really flourish once they get into a more safe environment in your home. And that's why we stress, patience. When you go to the shelter, just give the cats some time, really spend some time sitting with them and playing with them so you can help them open up and show their true personality.
I think that fostering is a really good option for that too, so that you can kind of see, especially if you have other animals and you can see how they work together, and then if it doesn't work, you were able to try it out and help post pictures on social media and be like, hey, this cat's really awesome, but
Yeah, actually, the majority of fosters are what they call foster fails. So they usually, if somebody fosters a cat, they end up adopting it. So I think fostering is a great way to kind of dip your toes in and see if the cat will work well in your environment. Most of the time they do. Mm-hmm. And if you have other pets, you can see if they'll get along. So yeah, fostering is great.
I think that's something I didn't know about when I was younger that I think is really important for people to consider is there's a trial period where you're giving them a safe place. They're at home, they're being loved, they're being taken better care of than they could be at even a rescue. And the rescues take the best care that they can, but they're not in a home environment. And so fostering is such an amazing thing to do, even if you can only do it for a little while.
I agree.
And then how do you help the cats that come into the shelter to adjust to life in the shelter and to prepare them for adoption?
So in a shelter environment, it can be stressful for the cats, not only because they don't know what's going on, but also because there's a lot of other cats there. Some cats have never been around other animals and they don't really know what to think of it. So I think the best thing you can do is just give them as much attention, play with them. A lot of times what the rescue that I volunteer for now will do is we'll play cat TV or different music when we're gone so they can still hear people's voice. Those are a few things that we do to just help them relax and realize that it's a safe place.
And if someone who's watching has thought about maybe adopting a cat, why should they adopt? Or even if they haven't thought about it, why should somebody adopt a cat?
So I think if you haven't thought about adopting a cat, you should really consider it, because cats are a great way to really teach you about yourself. If you're ever thinking, well, I'm not sure what I want to do with my life, what I want to do with my time, taking care of an animal can be really rewarding, and cats are, in my experience, one of the most rewarding animals. If you treat them with respect and kindness, they really do give that respect and kindness back. They will love you with all of their hearts, and that is what I love about cats so much, is they give you unconditional love, and they really do care about you. So if you're ever considering adopting any animal, I would definitely suggest a cat.
That was beautiful. It's like it's making me tear up over here because I'm thinking about my baby Sumi, and I didn't think I wanted a cat, and she just kind of ended up in my lap and ended up in my care, and she's just like loved me so unconditionally and like been such a huge support to me. Anytime she can tell I'm sad or like I'm going through something, she knows, and she just like comes to me and lays on me or comforts me. It's so special.
Yeah. I think cats are really good at reading the room. They can sense when you're in a good mood or a bad mood, and they can provide a lot of comfort and support.
Oh, absolutely. Sometimes I'll be in a bad mood and I'll just go like slump on my bed and Brandon will come up and lay right on my chest and I'm like, hello. Especially like if I'm on my phone, he'll like get in front of it and be like, you don't need to be on this right now. Like, just pet me and we'll be good.
Yeah, my cats always know when I'm sick, when I'm not feeling well. They will spend extra time with me, cuddling in bed or just watching TV with me. So,
Yeah.
because they don't know what's going to happen to them. So really it just takes time for them to realize that they're safe. And with a cat especially, they need extra space and patience in terms of when a cat is really nervous, you don't want to push them. So don't push their boundaries or their limits, and really think about how you would want to be treated if you were a tiny little kitty.
And what are some signs that your cat might be stressed out or feeling unhappy or uncomfortable?
Yeah. So a lot of people think that if a cat is hiding, then that means that it's stressed out. And that doesn't always mean that. Some cats just really like their alone time.
Understandable.
I do too. So some signs you can look for is if the cat is peeing or scratching a lot, if your cat is knocking things over or doing anything to try and get your attention, like meowing uncontrollably. Those are signs that your cat is stressed. And so some things you can do when those happen is first take it to a vet and just make sure that everything's okay, because cats are really good at hiding their physical symptoms of sickness, and so you want to make sure that they feel good physically. And then after that, just like I said, give them some patience and time. And another thing that I would suggest when you're dealing with a stressful cat is to never get upset or yell at it, because the cat does not understand what is going on when you do that, and it just creates a negative enforcement. And I personally really believe in positive enforcement when it comes to dealing with animals, especially cats. You want to praise them when they do good things, and then when they do something like pee or make a mess, you don't want to get upset at them.
That's really good advice. I have definitely realized that as well, yeah. What about for people who already have cats? What are some ways that we can improve our bonds with our cats or to just help make them happier?
Sure. So I think if somebody is really looking to help their cats out, there's a couple things you can do. One is to play with them. That is the number one thing in my experience that helps a cat feel like they are loved, helps them get their energy out, and helps you bond with your cat. So whatever way your cat likes to play, whether your cat likes string toys, or they might like to play fetch like my cat Ellie does, whatever helps them feel like they're getting their energy out and their instinct to hunt can really help them de-stress and feel closer to you. And I think another thing that can help with your animal feeling happy and content in your home is to have a mindset of not only positivity, but that is fear-free. So if you are afraid of your cat in any way, if you aren't sure how to approach your cat or aren't sure what you're doing, the cat will feed on that. And so really, if you have a mindset of, I am here to take care of you, I care about you, and I am not afraid of you, the cat will respond in a lot happier way. Like I said, cats can really read the room, and so they can tell when you are feeling negative, and so you really want to project yourself in a positive way around your cat.
Yeah, I like that. They are so perceptive to our energy and our feelings and our anxieties. That's really good advice. And then to end off, for our listeners out there, how can they get involved in helping with cats?
There are so many ways that you can get involved helping with cats. You can reach out to your local rescue or animal shelter and ask them what they need. You can donate your resources, your money.
I've seen that you can even donate like old blankets and stuffed animals, and that's so easy. I'm sure most of us have blankets or stuffed animals we could donate, and the cats can cuddle up with them.
Yes, pillows, blankets, anything cozy that you want to get rid of. Shelter cats really love those. Some shelters also have like Amazon wish lists where you can just go and click a few buttons and it'll send them what they need. I know at the rescue that I volunteer at, we usually need a lot of cleaning supplies. There's so many creative ways that you can help your animal rescue. You can do a bake sale or a fundraiser, but I think the most important way that you can get involved is to give your time. So whether that be, like I said before, with a skill that you have, graphic design, social media, doing simple administrative work, or getting in there and helping out the cats by cleaning after them, helping feed them, I think is the most important way that you can help an animal. Every way is important and is needed, but at least in my experience, being in there with the cats and really seeing how amazing they are and to be able to spread the word to other people about that has really helped me feel like I am making a difference in not only the cat's life, no matter if it stays at the rescue forever or gets adopted out. I know that I was there helping put in the time and really touching each of those cats' lives personally.
Wow, thank you so much for coming on today and talking about the cats and raising awareness and helping people to realize what they can be doing for cats in their community. It was really awesome having you on the show today.
Thanks for having me.
Yeah.
I have another riddle.
Oh, okay.
Okay. What did the cat do after they lost their tail?
What?
Went to the retail store. And on that note, I wanted to talk about how awesome like thrift stores are that raise money, like Paws. That is another way that's kind of fun to help animals, and it's super like eco-friendly to go to the thrift store. You're like supporting, eco-friendly environment, and then you're helping animals. So find a thrift store in your area where you can go support animals at the same time while buying cute clothes or fun items.
Wow, yeah, there's so many ways. I feel like I learned so much valuable information in this episode, and I hope that some of you will take this information as well and have an amusing day.